And I've got that much time. It's okay though. Urgent slash. I bet you gotta get ready for work, and she already don't want to do that. A bit just lazy. That I am. That I is. Gotta wait. Okay, so quick little update that was like urgent. So today I had to wake up early at like 4:30 in the morning, and I couldn't breathe early this morning cuz y'all know I have asthma. And basically, safe to say I had an asthma attack this morning, and basically I had an attack throughout the damn day. So I woke up at like 4 a.m. I had to go downstairs. I had to use the bathroom. I tried to take my asthma pump, but because of the severity of which my asthma has gotten while I was sleeping, my pump wasn't exactly working and I couldn't really control my breathing. So I had to go downstairs. I had to wake my parents up, and I had to ask my mom for some albuterol medicine for the, breathing machine. I had to get on the machine. I had to take a treatment just to get my breathing flowing and being regular again so I can, better control it. Basically, safe to say, I wasn't getting any oxygen and I really couldn't breathe. I couldn't control my breathing at all. My pump wasn't exactly helping me like it should be because I think the breathing got worse while I was asleep. And because it got worse, I couldn't control it. Therefore, I had to get on the machine this morning. Right now, I'm currently okay because I eventually was able to go back to sleep after taking my first treatment at like 5 in the morning. I didn't get up until like, I want to say, like, I didn't get up until like 9 a.m., but I didn't get out of bed until like 10:30, like 10:30, 10:40, 11 o'clock. And then when I went downstairs, I was walking down the stairs, noticed my breathing was happening up again. And my mom told me to take a double dose of the albuterol medicine and see what was happening because she didn't feel like, sitting in the hospital. And I didn't really want to go back to the hospital because this has happened before with my breathing. I had to go to the hospital because I couldn't control my breathing and I didn't have any medicine to take. So, and this happened last year. Me going to the hospital happened last year. So I did what my mom asked. I took a double dose of medicine, and this time my breathing was a lot better. It wasn't, out of my control like it was getting, cuz my breathing started acting up last night when I was at work. That's what started it. Like, cuz I was doing my normal 4-hour shift last night, right? And I found myself having to take my pump a lot more than usual when I'm at work. Because normally when I'm at work, I only have to take my pump at least once and then I'm fine. I don't know what happened last night. I think I just had a sudden attack out of nowhere and I found myself taking my pump at least 4 times throughout my shift, which normally does not happen. And I think it's only because I was overexerting myself and I was sweating. I felt hot and I found myself having to, excuse myself to the bathroom to take my pump. And then during my break, I went outside to my mom's car to go, sit in the car, talk to my sister, and eat. I found myself having to take my pump again while it was on my break. I come back inside and I felt like my back, like, when you feel like a cold in your back and like you feel back pain, like I felt that. and I felt the pain in my chest at the same time. And I'm like, yeah, okay, something's wrong. I got to go home and take a treatment. And I told my mom when I got back into the store for my break, cuz my break was over. I had to tell her like, yeah, something was wrong. When I told her like, when we get home, I got to take a treatment cuz I don't know what's happening. So and then throughout the rest of my shift, I found myself having to take another dosage of my pump because with my pump, you're not supposed to take more than two pumps. Like you're not supposed to take more than two pumps like at a time. You're supposed to wait like every 20 minutes and then having if you feel like you need to take a pump to breathe, then then you do that because that's what my sister told me. And then as my shift was over and I was waiting for my mom to grab her things because we were shopping last night, I was sitting on the bench next to the time clock. My breathing acted up again and I had to take my pump again. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I'm like, throughout the previous weeks I was at work and I got a new pump, this was not happening. So I'm like, okay, either something wrong with me or there's something in the air and it's fucking with my asthma. Like, I don't know. So yeah. So me and my mom got home. We had to take some stuff in the house. I can already feel myself like not being able to control my breathing again. So as soon as we got in the house, I sat down. I took off my jacket, took off everything, and I tried to get comfortable. My sister came in with the machine from her room, so I grabbed the machine from her. I plugged it up. I put the medicine in. And I'm like, wait a damn minute. And I'm like, okay. I put the medicine in the part for the machine. I twisted it, and I put the face mask on. Turned the machine on. There we go. I took the medicine, and this was last night, and I found myself on the machine like around 10:30. The machine didn't get done until like 11 o'clock. So that's what happened with that. I wasn't done with that till like 11 o'clock, and then yeah, I didn't. I ended up going to sleep like I want to say around 1 in the morning because I found myself still awake like 2 hours later after I took the pump because I was trying to make sure that I was able to, lay down after taking it. So. So yeah, I was able to sleep for like a good 3 hours, and then suddenly I shot awake, and then I found myself unable to breathe. Like I was congested. That's the word I was looking for. I felt nothing but congestion all in my chest, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I'm like, okay. I tried taking my pump again to see if it'll help me. I waited. Like the wheezing only died down a little bit, but I could still feel myself wheezing, and I feel like I couldn't catch my breath. So I got up, I went to the bathroom because I had to go. And then I had to go get my mom up, and I had to, take the machine. After I took the machine, I came back upstairs, I waited a little bit, and then I went back to sleep. Let's just say I didn't get a good amount of sleep because of that happening last night. I don't know what caused my asthma to spike up like that, but it just happened, and I didn't really want to go back to the hospital because the only reason why my asthma was only spiking up this badly is because I had a cold. And because of that cold, it caused my asthma to spike up terribly. And I had the cold since last month. Right now, currently, I'm not exactly sick. I just have a little cough. The cough is taking its sweet ass time to go the fuck away. I had the cough for about, I want to say 2 months now because I don't know what the hell is with me and coughing. Just that with coughing, my cold automatically disappears after like a week or two. But no, the cough wants to sit here and take its sweet ass time to disappear. I'm like, what the fuck? Leave. So yeah, because I still have this cough, it's causing my asthma to spike up. Now, once the cough goes away, my asthma won't spike up as badly because I'm not sick and I'm not coughing. But right now, I'm still coughing. Not as badly, but I'm still coughing. Like, I have cough syrup, but my mom didn't want me taking it earlier because she didn't want me to just take some medicine and then the medicine that I take for the coughing causes my asthma to spike up. Because that's what happened last year. I was sick and I wasn't diagnosed with asthma at the time, but my mom figured that I was having an asthma attack. But last year I wasn't diagnosed with it. I didn't get diagnosed with it till I went to the hospital. The hospital diagnosed me with asthma. I had a asthma attack. It was like a B type. I feel like that's the same thing that's happening now, but when that when the asthma attack I had last year happened, it happened during the summer. This one happened during the fall. So I'm guessing it also has to do with weather changes. Besides that, and also the fact that my sister was sick before me and I caught whatever she had. So yeah, that's what's happening. And then after I took the second dose of the machine, I was kind of fine for the rest of the day, but my mom told me to just take one more treatment at like 3 o'clock because with the machine you're supposed to take it every 4 hours when needed, basically. And if I felt like I had to take a double dose, then I had to take a double dose, depending on how bad the congestion was. So I just took another treatment just to be safe. Right now, I'm currently fine. I asked my mom if I should take another one when we got home from work. She said, yeah, if you feel like you should, then yes. Because I feel like I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight when I get home. So I'm going to take another treatment when I get home from work. You sound sick. That's because I was sick. I was sick a month ago. And because I still have this cough, it still sounds like I'm sick. I don't know. Like, I've been taking cough medicine to get rid of the cough. The cough has been going away, like, shortly, like, inch by inch every day. And right now, it's still with me. It's just not as bad. Like, let's just say it's not as bad as, like, 2 weeks ago. Because 2 weeks ago, I was still hacking and coughing like a crazy person. I'm like, what the fuck? Let's just say I hate coughing because you gotta you gotta sit here and cough up mucus and everything like that. It's so disgusting and it's annoying. You get tired of it after a while. You'd be like, you'd be having you pray to the Lord, be like, please take this cough away from me. I don't want it. After I'm maybe making you think, why the fuck does this even exist? Why the fuck is getting sick a thing? Like, it'd be having you question your whole life existence and everything. Be like, what the hell? But yeah, that's the urgent, important update I had. Let's just say if I don't upload within the next few days, just know it's probably because of asthma. And besides asthma, me celebrating Thanksgiving with my family. Yeah. You see how I sound right now? That's what I've been doing for like the last 2 damn days. Because that cough I have was from a damn cold. The cold's gone, but the cough isn't. Which means there's still some type of cold in my body that hasn't gone away. Which means if I let it linger there, it's going to stay there and then it's going to get worse. I don't want that. Because if it stays there, I'm going to end up back in the damn hospital when I don't need to be in there. Because hospital trips already cost a lot. And to be honest, I don't feel like going through that. So right now, what I'm doing is I'm just watching myself. I'm trying to be cautious, trying to be careful, and making sure I'm not overexerting my body because I know what my asthma triggers are a little bit. one of my main triggers is me getting sick. Me getting sick at all is a main trigger for my asthma. Because if I get sick at all, my throat, me coughing, it triggers my asthma badly. Me getting sick is a damn major trigger. And I can't stand that. Oh my god. And um besides me getting sick, me overexerting myself also is a trigger for my asthma because if I get worked up enough, I'll start losing the ability to breathe, and I can't have that. So I got to be mindful of what I'm doing while I'm at work. So meaning until this situation gets a little, more calm and, out of the severe zone while I'm at work, I'm gonna have to be, slowing when scanning items, but that's fine because my health comes first before them stupid ass customers anyway. So they're just gonna have to deal with it. But yeah, I know the one main trigger of me having asthma is just me being sick in general, which is why I try my best, my damn hardest, not to get sick, because I know I have asthma, and if I get sick, my asthma's gonna spike up, and then I'm gonna have to deal with that for like a week, and I don't want to. But yeah, it's mainly me getting sick or getting worked up. Those two are the main triggers for my asthma. And possibly allergies, but at the same time, even when I wasn't sick and I had allergies, my asthma wasn't, spiking up that badly. Here and there, I would find myself, breathing a little off. So I just take my pup just in case, and then I feel fine afterwards. But yeah, that is the update I have for you all. Don't worry, mother is fine. Mother will always bounce back. It's just that I'm trying to take care of myself better. So, also, I'm pretty sure another trigger for asthma might be due to my weight. Cause I'm a plus size woman. So I think another trigger could be like my weight could be playing a major role in me, having asthma because with how big I am, all that weight I have could also affect my asthma too, which is why I'm trying my best to eat healthier, trying to have, healthier options, which is why I'm trying to eat salad more, have more vegetables in my dinners, not have, the foods that I like so much, try not to have those as much. Because I've kind of been cheating the last few weeks. I have. Which probably could play a role into why I have bad asthma attacks now. So right now I'm just gonna try to play it safe, try to have healthier options. I mean, I have vitamin water. I've been drinking regular water. I'm trying to. I want to exercise, but that would be also overexerting myself. So I'm gonna try to like take it slow if I do exercises, like maybe like the basic exercises, and try to take it slow, not be all fast because if I do that, I'll get worked up. Not fat phobic, but I'm a dumb fuck. But how could your weight affect your asthma? Because when some women like when they're plus size, they either have a big set of hips, a chest, or big set of ass, and like you know very well that you can't really move around as much because of your weight. Like basically, if you know you're a plus size woman and you don't exercise as much as you should, and your weight is just all over, you can barely move. Like it could affect you that way because you'll have trouble breathing because of how your weight is. Because I was told that by the doctor. Because last time I went, she told me that my weight also has something to do with me, breathing a certain way. And I also had to go to the hospital. I never went, but she told me I had to go to the hospital to get my heart checked. I never went. I was supposed to, but she said also that has to do with my weight as well because one time she tried to take something, it was something about my heart, but I'm guessing the beating was irregular and she told me to go to the hospital for it, but I never went. because I was supposed to do that this year, but I never went because school was getting in the way and so was work. So that, yeah. If someone is overweight, then sometimes catching their breath can be difficult when completing certain tasks. Like, yeah, like that. Because my sister is also plus size and she already has trouble, doing certain things because of how she is with her weight. And when someone talks about her weight with her, it's a sensitive subject for her. So I try not to talk about it. My parents, they try not to talk about it as much because they know it's a sensitive subject for her as it is for me, because I don't like people trying to call my sister fat. I don't like people trying to call me fat, because like our weight is already something that's already on our mind, and we don't like talking about it because it's a sensitive subject. But yeah, that's how a person's weight can contribute to them having, asthma, because they can have trouble catching their breath sometimes. And with me being at work, sometimes when the managers need help with jobs and they don't have a certain person to do it, basically nighttime jobs, we have to put bags away, we have to collect trash, we have to clean off the register belts, take shit, take spray bottles back if they need to be refilled, but that's only like Mondays or Thursdays. So, and what else? Refill the supplies like receipt tapes, plastic bags, pens, hand sanitizers, gloves, paper towels. Those are the nighttime jobs for when I work night shift. And I only get to help is when I'm told to or I ask. And if I don't ask, then I don't help. And if they don't ask me to help, then I'm not going to help anyway. Especially if my favorite person that I like doing jobs with isn't there, then I really don't like doing jobs. Really don't. But yeah, and when I'm at work, when I'm express and I have a long line, I have to go a little fast because it's express. I have a lot of people in that line because they only have like one or two items in their damn carts and stuff. I'd be like, I'd be looking at these people sometimes. Y'all don't need a cart if you only got one thing. Unless the one thing is like water or vitamin water and it's a pack or something, then you need a cart for that. But other than that, you don't need a cart for like a can or a tub of ice cream. You don't. But yeah, I'm gonna try and feel better. I know last night was a bit of a scare for me because I could barely move around while I was at the job. I found myself pasting like at the register, like it was crazy. So hopefully, hopefully, hopefully tonight is better. I already gotta go to work tomorrow night too, which is so fucking annoying. But yeah, just that know that that was the update I had. But like my eye is just itching. Everything's itching. Because like I could barely move around my house today because of what was happening with me. I was all spiking up and shit. I could barely move around my own house. And the same thing happened when I was sick last month. Like, my asthma spiked up so bad I couldn't move around the house. Like, my chest was hurting, my back was hurting. It was awful. And the same thing happened today, but it wasn't as bad to where, like, I was huffing and puffing around the house trying to catch my breath. Well, no, it was, but it wasn't to where I had to lean on the wall for support just to, catch in some oxygen. for myself. That's what I'm trying to say. Ooh. So, my mom texted the doctor. The doctor replied that I'm overdue for a physical, so I have to get that done eventually. And I have medicine for the machine that needed a refill, so eventually I have to go get that. And I have to plan for a physical because I'm overdue for one, which means throughout this year, the last time I went to the doctor was November of last year, which means it's been a year since I went to the doctor and I haven't been. So I'm way overdue for a damn physical. Way overdue. Only thing is, I don't want to go to the physical and then, the doctor has to call the ambulance to take me to the damn hospital. Because that's what happened to my sister. We had to ride the ambulance to the hospital. And the fucked up thing is that the bill came like a couple days ago. And the doctor's office was like around the corner from the hospital. That short ass ride in the ambulance costed nearly $1,000. And it was a small ass ride to the damn hospital. It was a small ass ride. It was a small ass ride to the hospital, and that costed nearly 1K. I'm like, that tiny ass ambulance ride costed nearly 1K. Yeah. If that's not money hungry, I don't know what is. Okay, let me find. No. I already wore black yesterday. I'm not wearing it again today, as much as I would like to. Okay. It's cold outside now. I have to wear protection outside because it's fucking freezing. I guess I'll wear yellow tonight. Nothing's gonna go wrong, hopefully. Yeah, you heard me. That small ass ride from the doctor's office to the ambulance, no, to the hospital, costed nearly 1K. That ride was small. I had to ride with my sister to the hospital because the doctor called the hospital and requested an ambulance because my sister was losing oxygen. But by the time the people with the ambulance got there, my sister was breathing just fine. But people in the ambulance, they took her to the hospital, just in case. But by the time they got there, she was already on an oxygen machine, oxygen tank, basically. Oxygen basically flowing back through her body. And I'm like, do we really have to go to the hospital? She's fine. Even my sister told them that she was fine. But she had to go because she was still sick and she had to get more medicine. Crazy thing. And I'm like, that small ass ride. And then when my mom got the bill, she was pissed. She was like, that small ass ride costed 1K. And I'm looking at it, I'm like, what the fuck? There's no way that small ass ride to the hospital costed nearly 1K. That bill said $870. For that ambulance ride, it said $870. Like, I can see if the ride was long, like nearly like an hour long, to be costing that much. But that tiny ass ride should not have costed damn near $870. It should not have costed that much. And if anything, the doctor called the damn ambulance. The doctor's office should be paying for it, not my mom. But, because my sister was the one who needed it, apparently they charged her instead because she's the damn parent. But the thing is, the doctor called y'all. My mom didn't. So why isn't the doctor office getting charged for calling y'all? They called y'all and they asked y'all to come there. My mom didn't. Like, that's some bullshit. It really is. That's some basic ass bullshit. That's some bullshit right there. It should not have been that expensive. Exactly. Especially if the hospital is around the corner from the damn hospital, it should not have costed that much. If anything, I can see it being like 150, maybe even $200, but $870 for that tiny ass ride, it shouldn't have costed that much. Like, that bill was nearly 1K. Nearly 1K. That bill was nearly 1K. It was just a couple dollars under 1K. I'm like, still. And it's because of the damn extra fees they added onto it. Because the original number was 740 something. They added like a couple extra numbers and that made it up to 870. How in the fuck? I will never understand. I never will. But that's some BS. But here's my thing. If my mom didn't call y'all and the doctor did, why didn't y'all just give the bill to the damn doctor's office when they are the ones who called you? You should have billed them, not us. They called you. They called you for your time. You should have billed them. That's the thing. Like, if the doctor's office called you and the parent of the child that needs to go to the hospital didn't call you, then you should be fucking billing the fucking doctor's office, not the parent, because the parent didn't call you. This is why people don't like going to the hospital, because it's that expensive. And for what? Yeah. And trust me, if you don't have any type of medical insurance, then you're really screwed over, because then you have to pay everything out of pocket. Like, perfect example of this. This is like for dental insurance. Like, perfect example. Well, the last time I went to the dentist, I had to get a hole filled in my teeth, and there was this guy. My mom said that when we went to the doctor's office, he like this guy had no type of dental insurance, and what he needed done costed nearly, like, I want to say 8,000 would be a bit of a stretch. I want to say at least 800, between 800 to $2,000. He paid all of it out of pocket, and this guy has no dental insurance. I'm like, okay, well, so what type of money are you making that you don't need dental insurance? Huh? Like, everything nowadays be costing a damn mortgage, and people don't have that type of money. They don't. All right, y'all, but I gotta go. So, I'll talk to y'all later.